What's up, YouTubians? Gary here with VW Jawbreaker. You guys ever had that problem where you got a lower car, can't quite get the jack underneath it? Now granted, I know mine's not really that low, but it's low enough. I can't get my low profile jack under here. I gotta lift the car up, try to get the jack underneath it so I can get it jacked up. Isn't that a pain? What about when you go to adjust your valves or change your oil and I can't even get my fist in between the muffler and the ground? Then I gotta jack up one side, put a jack stand, take it around, jack up the other side, another jack stand. There's gotta be an easier way than this. Well, YouTubians, there is a way. Low profile little car ramps to drive up to get your vehicle up higher. Why didn't I think of this before? Let's get to work and I'll show you how it goes together. Alright, here we are in the lumber section of good old Home Depot. What I'm choosing to use here is some of these deck boards. I'm going to use just one. I know I could make it out of something a little different. Make it out of a 1x or a 2x or something like that, but this is pretty much, you know, it's 5/4, a little over an inch thick, 1.25 inches, and it's definitely wide enough for the car tire. And the nice thing is, yeah, it's $5.27 for an 8-foot piece. So let's take this home and let's make some little ramps. All right, let's get to measuring this out. First cut we're going to do is from the end to 10 inches. So there we go, we got 10 inches. Take our straight edge, mark our line. That's it, that's going to be the very top. Now that we have the top measured, go ahead and take a clamp it to our table. Make sure the board stays pretty solid. We're going to use a regular old circular saw, nothing fancy. But if you notice, these circular saws can actually pivot and cut a 45-degree angle.
Well, maybe. I haven't moved this one in a while. There it goes.
So we can move this to a 45-degree angle. So now that that's locked in place, we can go ahead and put on our safety gear.
Eyes and ears, guys. Eyes and ears.
And we'll go ahead and cut this at a 45. Now for our second mark, we're going to go back 16 inches. Right there. Do the same thing. Now because we already have a 45 on this end, we can cut this one straight.
Oh, eyes and ears. Eyes and ears.
Alright, so this one's going cut straight since we already have a 45 on this end. Now if we take these two pieces and stack them like that, you'll see how it's going to go. And you'll park up top. And we have one more to cut. Now earlier I marked the center line of the board, which is 48 inches, because it's an 8-foot board. So this one will get a 45-degree angle.
Yep. Unwrap my cord.
Alright. Eyes and ears. Let me readjust you and we'll go ahead and show you how this goes together. So here's the last one we just cut, which is right there. take the second one and the third one. That's how it's going to look. That's going to get you up just a little bit. Now, got a little bit of wood glue, got a few wood screws, that's all it's going to hold it together. Oh yeah, that'll be long enough to just go through the whole thing. Alright, so we're going to go on the bottom side. These screws are going to be long enough to go through all 3 boards. And I got to be sparing on this because I only have a little bit of wood glue. And we're just trying to make sure it holds together. There we go. Flip this one upside down. So then we just take this board, since it's upside down. Oh, need wood glue on that side. Alright, so wood glue there. That looks good, nice and straight. I just did it backwards. I knew it. I'm building it upside down. How many of you guys caught that? I'm building it upside down and I just did it backwards. I can be smart sometimes. There we go. That's more betterer. Alright, so we'll get those pretty close to level on the back. Pretty level on the side. Wobbly table. I'll go ahead and drive some screws. Alright, 1 down, 3 to go. There you go. Nice little drive-on car ramp. Now what you could do, you could take a piece of plywood or something else you have left over and put it right there on the back side to make kind of like a stop so you can't drive too far. Might be something I might do. It all depends. Right now, this will work. And the reason I left this a little longer is that way you don't have to worry about bumper trying to grab on some of these. So it'll just be a nice transition, up, 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 and there you go. Now we've got one more to make. There you go. 2 evenish ramps. All right, they're slightly off, but you know what? Who's counting? That's easy. And I love it when things work out right. Please observe. I'd say that's higher than before. What do you think? Wonder if I can get my jack under there now. I'd say there's plenty of room. Didn't do that before. Now here's the cool thing. Tomorrow morning I need to adjust my valves. Why? Because it's time on that 2054. Got some miles on it, guys. Remember before? I could barely get my fist in between the muffler and the ground. I got plenty of room. Plenty of room to work. This is great. So that's all there is to it. A $6 piece of wood, 8 foot long, we cut in half, use each section for each side. Gives us a nice raise. It raises us up about 3.5 inches, which is enough to get underneath the car. Either get underneath the car to get a jack in there, or something, but at least it gets it up off the ground some. $6, guys, that's it. We had some wood glue, we had some wood screws. Actually, those were drywall screws, 3-inch. A few materials, and we just saved ourselves a bunch of headaches. So I hope you learned something in this video. Comment below. Let me know if you're going to make a set. Till the next time, be kind to one another and be good.